I really don't feel like working.
Are you seriously going to mope around like this the whole morning?
Any other time I'd be up for having this conversation with you, but not now, please.
What happened to the energetic young hero who just helped save this town from the brink of destruction?
The boss has me lined up for this new job and I don't wanna.
Is that the same one Atsushi and the boss were talking about yesterday?
Correct.
Good morning, sir.
Dazai, what's the status of that meeting with the Port Mafia?
I've made the arrangements.
Do you think their boss will come?
I'm positive. It's the perfect opportunity for him to kill you, after all.
I'd prefer that to having bloodshed amongst our people.
Hey, Dazai. What's this secret meeting with the Port Mafia all about?
Well, I have to admit our little Atsushi's idea has really snowballed. Since the guild is now our biggest threat, we decided to...
Wait. I'm totally lost here. First of all, why are you the one arranging this meeting?
Because I used to be with the Port Mafia. Oh, did I not tell you that? My bad.
What?
We've incurred over 100 casualties in our organization alone. I hate to admit it, but if Dazai hadn't neutralized the curse, that number would have increased by tenfold. I imagine my predecessors would have been rather upset with me. Why are you here?
Dazai decided to kick me out of the Armed Detective Agency, saying he had no need for such a useless prisoner. He was even having me run errands in exchange for my stay. This is from the boss of the agency. It seems he'd like to meet with you.
Oh? So that's his play. How are you feeling today, boss?
Doctor, tell the board this is an order. Kill all enemy organizations, military police, anyone else who opposes the Port Mafia by sundown.
That would be most unwise.
I don't care how many of our own need to die. Just kill them. Just kill them all. Kill them. Kill them.
I hear you loud and clear. The boss has succumbed to illness. He left behind a will entrusting me with his position. You're the witness to that fact. Understood? Welcome, boss. It's been 4 years. Do you happen to remember the coat that I gave you, Dazai? Of course. I had it burned.
Ogai Mori, boss of the Port Mafia.
President of the agency, Yukichi Fukuzawa.
So the time has finally come.
If the government found out the leaders of the most powerful gifted organizations were meeting like this, I'm sure they would be absolutely furious, to say the least.
I'll get straight to business then. A new member of the agency proposed an alliance between our organizations.
And?
I objected at first. The idea of cooperating with criminals goes against everything we stand for. But the request came from someone who has been shot, kidnapped, slashed and beaten by the Port Mafia. Thus, his words carry weight. I felt that I should investigate his request, at the very least.
It would seem that we are both in a rather difficult position.
These are my thoughts. At the very least, I would like to propose a temporary truce between us.
Have you ever read the works of Schelling? Or are you more familiar with Kissinger? Both are researchers of strategic studies, taught by a certain you-know-who.
I do read Sun Tzu.
There is a parallel between state warfare and the strategies of organizations like ours. No force shall reprimand us if we violate an agreement. What sanctions could be imposed if the Port Mafia suddenly broke a ceasefire? Or your people, for that matter. Only the party that decided to uphold the agreement would suffer. As long as circumstances prevail which incentivize betrayal, a limited ceasefire cannot be established. The only option left is for complete cooperation.
That's also impossible.
Indeed. The Port Mafia is an organization of pride and resentment. Many of my people have been dragged through the grime and muck.
Many of mine have been brought to the brink of death as well.
But they didn't die, did they? That is a source of great shame for the Port Mafia.
Then why don't we have it out now? Let's settle this and put all of our grievances to rest.
I thought you had discarded your katana. You really haven't changed at all, have you, Fukuzawa?
And you still haven't outgrown your obsession with scalpels, Dr. Mori. You still carry on like a little girl.
This from the man who thinks he can communicate with cats. A hologram ability. I see. I enjoyed our encounter. Let's continue it on the battlefield.
The agency will be recovering Q tonight.
What of it?
I would advise you not to get in our way. For our sake as well as yours.
Why's that?
We actually have something in common. Something important to us. We both have a love for this city. As people who live here and work to keep it safe, we cannot allow outside forces to destroy it.
The Guild is powerful. You stand no chance against them. That's right. Before I go, my offer still stands if you wish to come back into the fold, Dazai.
Not a chance. After all, you're the reason why I was pushed out of the Port Mafia in the first place.
As I recall, you left out of your own volition.
You were afraid of me, weren't you? Afraid that I would aspire to take your position. That one day I'd run a knife across your throat. Just like you did to your predecessor. They say that evil expects evil from others. I don't like the idea of allying with you either.
Our troops?
They've been deployed as ordered. You're aware, I've been with the Port Mafia under you longer than with the previous boss.
You are quite senior here.
The organization was practically in ruins toward the end of his tenure. He was gravely ill, and his orders were erratic to say the least. In what we thought were its last throes, the Port Mafia engaged in one fruitless conflict after another. If not for you, he would have eventually destroyed the city.
Is there a point to all this babble?
I simply wanted to state that I believe Dazai fully understands your intentions. So this is where Q is being kept.
Pleasant evening, isn't it? Seems our strategist has hit the nail on the head once again in predicting your movements.
Figures it'd be a trap.
Even in the event that Dazai didn't intend to usurp my position, all of my decisions in the moment were calculated and optimized. Therefore, I have no regrets. But if Dazai had stayed to be my right-hand man against the Guild, they'd have been no match.
They say that evil expects evil from others.
Mr. Hirotsu, fetch me the communicator to the front lines.
I have it right here, sir.
Despite what I said to the agency, there is a rational path toward a proper alliance. Advance payment is the essence of trust. One party initially incurs a loss up front, with the prospect of gaining a return hundreds of times over. Only then will an alliance quell bad blood. Those two once defeated an enemy-gifted organization overnight. Their alliance was considered the most devastating rivalry in history. Tonight shall mark their reunion.
Let me set one thing straight. Once I'm done taking out the trash, you're next, buddy. Give me a break, will ya? I knew there was a reason today was gonna suck.
The hell? I never heard anything about this in the strategic forecast.
Sorry, I can't let you do that.
Gah! canceling ability.
This is such a drag.
Hey, don't be stealing my lines!
Now, let us take back our lead. This retaliation will be our common front against the Guild.
For crying out loud, this is the worst day I've had in years.
Yo, Dazai, ever heard of Petrus?
The exorbitantly expensive wine?
The night you vanished from the organization, I opened up an 89 bottle in celebration. That's how fed up with you I was.
How sweet. I remember setting a bomb under your car that night.
Wait, that was your doing? You make me sick.
Yeah, well, you're no ray of sunshine either. Only thing I like about you is your taste in shoes.
Huh? You do?
Yeah, as if.
Are you?
Give it up. I know your moves far too well to be hit with a kick like that.
I was going easy on you. If I were serious, you would have been toast.
Oh, yeah? You're so scary. There he is, the Sleeping Beauty awaiting his savior.
Wouldn't have gone with Sleeping Beauty, but all right.
Give me your knife.
Why?
Oh, wait, I swiped it off you earlier, just in case.
God, I hate you.
Not gonna stop me?
My orders were to take him back alive, but seeing that kid's face again gives me flashbacks to all the body bags my people came home in, thanks to his curse. Do what you want.
Very well. I'll do just that.
You sure got soft. This angelic behavior doesn't suit you one bit.
As long as Q is alive, the Port Mafia still needs my ability as a countermeasure against his curse. Therefore, it won't be in their interest to kill me. It's a strategic move.
I don't know if I buy that. Hey, Dazai. How about you give me that doll, you jerk?
You wish. This doll right here is my insurance.
Asshole. I swear I'm gonna...
This shoulder has been stiff as of late. Perhaps I have been working too hard.
What was that ability?
I'd expect no less from the Guild. What amazing power.
Get off of me! Hey, Dazai, what's the plan?
What do you mean, what's the plan? With my gift, all I have to do is touch them with one itty-bitty finger.
Dazai!
That punch was strong.
Hey! You okay?
Yeah.
No, you're not. What happened back there?
Those tentacles are very strange. I can't disable them with my ability.
No way. How can that be?
There are no exceptions to my disabling ability, which leaves only one possible answer. It's not a gift at all.
What? Come on. You gotta be joking with me now, right? If it's not some kind of gift, then just what is it?
Who's to say? We'll do things the old-fashioned way. How about Operation Shame and Toad?
Huh? What is this, rain beyond the window? I'm not so sure about that.
Come now. Have my tactical decisions ever led us astray before?
I'm so very hungry.
Yo!
After I dispatch this enemy, I'm going home. He was a decoy. Interesting.
Gravity manipulation. My special ability controls the gravity of those I touch. It's time for a nap, Octopus.
Nicely done!
I can't believe you.
So sleepy. I'd rather not move. However, I still have to fulfill my deal with Francis.
Bastard. Dazai! Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me with this crap.
It's something inhuman.
Zaza, your arm.
Shuya, there's something you should know before I die.
What the hell, man? You're not dying in a place like...
Psych! I just love that old gag, and it seemed like the perfect time to use it.
How about concentrating on how to kill that thing instead of your second-rate magic tricks?
It's hopeless. We should probably give up. But maybe we have one more course of action.
Hang on. Is it what I'm thinking of?
We could show that creature how we wiped out an entire gifted organization overnight and received the title of Devastating Rivals. Of course, if I don't get to you in time, you might die. I'll leave the decision to you.
Really? You're gonna put the ball in my court? I hate it when you say stuff like that. It always means that I actually don't have a choice. Granters of Dark Disgrace. You need not wake me again. What am I even looking at right now?
Want me to fill you in, Worker Bee? That right there is the fully realized form of Chuya's gift. His corrupted form allows him to manipulate nearby gravitons, creating a black hole which swallows everything in its path. The drawback is he relinquishes control, attacking in a blind rage until he wastes away. Seriously, though, just what is that creature? No matter what he does, it regenerates immediately. Given that you're its partner, I imagine you must know what it truly is.
I don't. And even if I did know, why would I tell you?
This is bad. Chuya's body won't last much longer.
That's a shame. Doesn't matter, because there's no way to destroy Lovecraft from the outside when he's in that state.
The outside? So does that mean he's vulnerable if he's attacked from the inside? All right, Chuya. Finish him. You've annihilated the enemy. It's time to take a break.
I told you to stop me as soon as it was over.
I was going to, but it was so entertaining to watch.
The reason I used corruption was because I trusted you. You better listen to me. If you don't take me to the extraction point, I'm gonna kill it.
Don't worry, buddy. I've got you.
I can't believe it. Lovecraft's really down. Just who in the world are you people anyway?
The bad guy's enemy. That's all.
抱きしめて離さずに大事なものだ今僕はここで冷やしてる 「 て離さずに大事なものと今僕はここであれからどれくらい僕ら進めたのかなふと思い出すのさ確かにあの時共に生きて日々の未来がここに
Anyone you shoot right now?
Let me use
Okay, I'm gonna go there straight.
Kena react.
See if I can Kobayashi this one.
Kobayashi. Kobayashi.
Oh, they go in.
Sekali
Oh.
ni macam.
Oh.
Oh. Dia macam.
Oh.
Oh, 나이스.
Really? The tree is 145. Hit. Knocked one. Knocked the other one.
疲れるかなあ、
山のてっぺん。
あ、オッケーオッケー。終わったら撃ちたいな。
止まってね、あれ。止まってるっしょ、ウド。この辺だろ、頭。おぉ嘘だ。
当たった、一発当たった。左ね。
I see two. The right below, opposite.
Come on, where?
They're all there. Behind the rock, behind the rock.
Woo! って言ったら、エビは美味しいからいいんだよって言ってた。あ、何が見えてんだあいつには。
強い何今のなんで知らないの今の
いるまだいやこれかもうパルス来てんだけど HP 俺1ミリ飲まれたら死ぬ嫌だパルスに舐められたら死ぬペロペロ
Penta are going to get a vision on the Zoo, but they've got vision. Diana